You know, major heart surgery is daunting enough, but to meet that trauma head on and then tackle a monumental athletic endeavor is almost a superhuman feat. Fox 8 sports anchor John Telich has the story of a woman who beat all odds.
EllenCharnley, an avid endurance athlete, had finished a triathlon in 2009 but complained she was losing vision in her right eye. Doctors gave her stunning news: a congenital heart defect, a heart murmur.
Nobody had ever mentioned the murmur to me. Nobody had ever heard it. I'd lived 41 years with this defect and never been aware of it.
March of last year, she entered the Cleveland Clinic. These images provided by the clinic. Surgery was performed. The right side of her heart was 3 times larger than the left. Doctors said it was questionable how much longer her heart would have been able to function. Well, coming out of surgery, she began to focus on an event she knew deep down would spark her intense competitive desire: an Ironman.
Well, I had the Ironman already signed up for 8 months later, and my doctors were thinking I was nuts.
2.4-mile swim, 112-mile bike, and 26-mile marathon. Her heart prior to surgery was what they called Swiss cheese. Surely she wasn't serious, but she was. And she pushed, and the race day came. Over 12 hours later, she finished. Phenomenal. One of the best times in my life. Awesome. Really, really amazing. Amazing feeling with all the crowd cheering you and hearing that your name, you know, the announcer says, EllenCharnley, you're an Ironman. Amazing, amazing. Through the recovery from surgery and training, she kept a journal that has become a book: Living Life to the Full. I'm hoping to inspire others and to motivate others, and to, you know, people who are facing perhaps heart surgery coming up, or facing an endurance event, or a setback in life, to realize that every second counts and that they have to live life to the full. So as she ran midweek near University Circle, it became apparent she had come full circle, returning to Cleveland this week to visit her.
A fleeting dream, but imagine training for one just weeks after open heart surgery. One Cleveland Clinic patient did just that, and she's now penned a book about it. Today, EllenCharnley is here to tell us about her experience. Ellen, good to have you with us here, EllenCharnley. You were 41 years old, just weeks away from an Ironman triathlon when doctors discovered you had a heart defect. What were your symptoms?
I was losing my vision in my right eye, and the doctors were confused as to what was causing that, as I was training on my bike for hours at a time. And so I came to the Cleveland Clinic for a thorough evaluation, and that was when they discovered the heart murmur and realized I had a heart defect.
Yeah. Now, the triathlon is more than 2 miles of swimming, 112 miles on the bicycle, and 26 miles on the marathon, all in one day.
All in one day.
One time. That's the goal. How did this affect your training and your performance?
Well, it kind of stopped me abruptly. So I had to, I first of all underwent open heart surgery, and then I had to get through the recovery period, and then decide if it was even feasible to even contemplate doing this. And so it was a slow recovery back into training again.
You've written a book called Living Life to the Full: My Ironman Journey. EllenCharnley, what prompted you to write the book?
I started writing notes down when I flew back home to Las Vegas from Cleveland on the plane, and I started writing notes so that I could remember what happened and so I could appreciate everything. And writing the notes became quite a therapeutic process, and so I just continued. And then friends persuaded me to try and publish it, and I've enjoyed the process immensely.
Yeah, I know you're going to have a book signing. We're going to talk about that book signing a little bit later in this interview. But you came back to Cleveland because of Cleveland Clinic. Now, they got you together at the Cleveland Clinic.
Absolutely they did.
Thank goodness for the Cleveland Clinic, we say. But you're here to run in the big Cleveland marathon today.
Correct, on Sunday. That's right. I'm excited about it.
How are you feeling now?
I feel fantastic. I feel really, really good. I'm fitter than I've ever been. I'm running faster at age 42 than I've ever run. Life is great.
How long after your surgery at Cleveland Clinic on a heart defect before you got back into running the race itself?
I had the surgery Hawaii in March 2010, and I did the Ironman 8 months later in November.
Well, we're glad you're here. Living life to the full, my Ironman journey. Indeed, it has been an Ironman journey for you. Living in Las Vegas now?
Yes.
Yeah, I've read where you've lived in London, Bermuda, San Francisco, and Hawaii.
Yep, that's right.
What a life it's been.
I know.
Living life to the full.
I certainly am.
EllenCharnley, ladies and gentlemen. And by the way, she's going to have signing copies of her book tomorrow and Friday at Joseph Beth Booksellers. Now, that's on the campus of Cleveland Clinic. So you can go there tomorrow. It's at noon on Thursday and Friday. She'll be signing copies of her book. EllenCharnley, we're glad you're here.
Thank you.
Glad you're doing well.
Great. Thank you.
Keep on running, swimming, and biking.
Will do.
Okay.
Thanks.
Good to have you with us.
Thanks.
Thank you. EllenCharnley, ladies and gentlemen. We'll both take a break. Back in a moment.